Yeah, so we're not allowed back in Amish country, like, ever at all. Like, I'll tell you guys that story at some other time.
What
Hi!
happens on
Is it the
Rumspringa
Tom
stays on
I know?
Rumspringa.
What's that? In Ohio? The Amish aren't in Ohio. They're in Pennsylvania.
Is
He
that the
said
Tom
from
that I know?
Springer.
Oh, okay.
They're both.
Fair enough.
I said, what happens in Rumspringa stays in Rumspringa.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Angel City Stories. My name is Mallow. Thank you for joining us tonight. Joining me as we talk about how we're being banned from the Amish country are these lovely people. To my left, she's got a +4 in punnery. It's Cassie playing Katassi.
Rogues might do it from behind, but hackers do it from inside the system.
The call is coming from the inside. Also working from the inside out of the anarchist jurisdiction of Seattle, Washington, it's Titus playing It's Alex playing Titus Talston.
You know what? I'm interchangeable now. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, I know. I warm up by calling you all by your names, and yeah. Anyways. Due North, she wrestled a bear once. It's Wild playing Eve.
Oh, hi, guys.
Well, hello. To my northeast, he's dishing up a baker's dozen of pain. It's Muffins / Grifter.
I feel bad that I don't have a tagline, so I'm just going to say something along the lines of, I shoot things!
To my direct right, he's the underground's best bud. It's Bunny Boy, played by Pete.
We might not be professionals, but we're experts at this. Whatever it was last week. Words. We do it.
Copy pasta. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those nights tonight on it. That's fun. Cool. If you're not familiar with the show, this is a cyberpunk RPG. We play and have a good time and be goofballs and do silly stuff for you. If you want to learn more about the game that we are playing, go to www.playidentico.com. There you can find the game. You can find all sorts of merch like these fancy little pins, all these fun little stickers, including pictures of a head of a robot and this thing called This Is My GM Screen, because we all don't use GM screens anymore. We use laptops. You can also pick up a copy of the core rule book, and it's signed, and we'll send it to you. COVID free, we promise.
Unless you want that, then there's an upcharge.
That's true. That costs extra. We have no announcement. Next week we're going to dress up for you for Halloween. How's that? That's the only announcement we have right now. Next week we're going to dress up for you and do something silly for Halloween. How's that? That'll be a thing.
The super sexy lingerie count, because I got a nice bustier in there.
He look good, too.
Why not?
Do
Let's
it.
go
Do it.
for it. Yeah.
I'll just duct tape my
Do it,
nipples
do
so
it, do
Twitch
it, do
doesn't
it.
get mad.
Yeah. Terms of service, Twitch.
You just need tape over them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape.
No,
I
the
thought
duct
you
tape's
said-
the important part. You guys, it's a look.
It's a vibe. Thank you. You guys just aren't understanding.
I don't understand my art.
No. All right. For those of folks that are just joining us for the first time, or those of us that need to catch up from last episode, the gang successfully found their bounty. Their bounty was named Rocco. They found him after having a fun late night party at a Denny's. They found him after breaking into the person's apartment who hired them to do the job. To which Titus did not remember that was who they asked them to do the job. So for the second time in a row, Bunny Boy decided to infiltrate, we'll say, the scene. To which he figured out who had actually hired them and learned a little bit more about the plant and the things that they were hunting. After to which Rocco actually reached out in a bit of desperation to Jack Beecher, not of Beecher's Cheeses, though if Beecher's Cheese would like to sponsor the show, we are all about it. Thank you. # not Ned. the team went to go and basically apprehend / save Rocco in the plant. They ran into 2 different gangs, one of which is the Third Eye, which they have been acquaintances with several times already this time. And an unyet named mob of folks who met Muffins for the first time as he Kool-Aid manned through the side of a warehouse to say hello instead of using the door like a normal person, except that he's a Rav. So he used
They don't
the
make
wall.
doors that big.
Right. No, there was, because Eve drove through the door on the way out. A car chase ensued. The team actually rolled decently on the car chase this time, and they were able to successfully retrieve Rocco and the plant, getting them to safety with Jack. And we're going to pick up tonight's episode a couple days later, where Katassi, Eve, Grifter, and Bunny Boy, your tablets that are from Angel City University, are going off, not like, oh my god, an emergency kind of thing, but you're starting to get all of your class schedules and all of your pre-work assignments and everything sent to you. And Gramps over in the top right or top left-hand corner doesn't have that worry, so he's sleeping in, I imagine.
Like a geezer does.
He's only 27, but they call him Gramps. So there you go.
It's true.
I feel like, before we get into this, though,
Okay.
we need to rehash a conversation that you and I had, so it's today or yesterday,
Okay.
about last time we played, last week.
All right.
How I, as a character, remembered that our contact was our contact. And the whole time, I assumed Titus had some ulterior motive, like that he thought like maybe this guy wasn't on the up and up and was investigating him. I didn't know that he had forgotten, so I was just trying to bail along because I thought he knew where he was going. And Mallow said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, it was weird seeing me being the one with the good ideas.
No, it was weird seeing you being the one with the logic. Because at one point in time, y'all sent Bunny Boy in there, which, by the way, Bunny Boy becoming the Master of Disguise, becoming the official international man of mystery that he's turning out to be. But you sent Bunny Boy in there to negotiate with the person that hired you. And just, in the random kind of things, you got Katassi trying to hack into everything and, like, give Bunny Boy a prompt. Like, making basically a teleprompter in the background and everything like that. And after a while, you were just like, why don't we just go upstairs and talk to him?
Okay, look. First off, if we want to look at this with hindsight, what we got to think of this as is this is Bunny Boy's, like, training, right? So someday, Bunny Boy will be like, I don't want to be like James Bond, but like Baby Driver. Did you guys see Baby Driver?
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Wait.
All I'm
One
picking
day
up right
he'll
now.
Be like Baby Driver? Excuse me.
What I'm picking up right now
Excuse me.
is Titus is doing some politician spin here. He's like, yeah, I totally meant to do that. It was training.
Okay, first off, my hips and butt are bruised from all the judo throws to get through the door. Second of all, already as good as Baby Driver. Okay? So let's just be aware.
Let's up-level that conversation a
point
little
is-
bit.
Even though it was weird, it worked.
You're calling it a W in the books, no matter what, is what you're saying.
You're dang right I am.
Okay. So far, hang on. Let's just keep score. Let's keep tally here. So far, Bunny Boy is 2-0 in these situations. He got you all enrolled in a university. Like, y'all have a campus apartment. In fact, I think between he and Katassi, y'all have negotiated a corner apartment in a co-ed dorm, so it's not weird when more than one gender comes through. And you guys have tuition and most importantly, you've gotten lab coats.
And the
And
bitches
Jen
love
put
lab
backpacks.
coats.
Did y'all just go make the same joke?
I don't think so. I think Joe just kind of ran over
Okay.
wild there.
Eve, what were you gonna say?
I said, and JanSport backpacks.
Very true. They did
Oh,
get
yeah.
some JanSport backpacks on the
We
way
can't-
over there. As a
can't forget that.
disguise to make themselves look like students at the university.
With the leather bottom, that was very important to Titus.
Very important, actually. Yes.
Only one backpack can stand up to the stress of the Yakuza. JanSport.
Hashtag not an ad.
Hashtag not an ad, but could be if they want to call us.
Did you just call
If
it
JanSport would like to sponsor us.
the Yokuza or the Yakuza?
Yeah, the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yakuza.
I mean, if JanSport and Beachers want to get together and just give us all backpacks full of cheese, that would also be cool.
You know what? Backpacks full of cheese might be the next sticker after the Bunny Boy logo.
It's true.
Backpacks full of cheese feels like it needs to be the cover band name for something.
Ooh, yeah. I think we could do that.
That could be our next like cover. Like you guys have the university cover like built in, but it never hurts to have multiple identities to fall back on.
Yeah.
So, Backpack Full of Cheese could be our retro punk cover band.
We live in a dorms.
Yeah.
We have common areas. This could be our common area band name.
There you go.
They could be the non-vegan answer to the Beastie Soys.
Yes.
There
I
you
was
go.
going to say Buffett can be a professional wrestler and be the Fromage Barrage. It's just ready
Wow.
to go.
That was
We're
that was
gonna have
amazing.
to start writing down between. So we have the notary
Oh,
carries around bureaucracy, right?
Yep.
well,
So we've got the Backpack Full of Cheese punk band, and Joe as the Fromage Barrage.
I was gonna say our new class for this session could be the cheesemonger. The fromage barrage.
There you go.
I will say so one of the corps in Angel City called Center Punch Media, they do UFC style rover combat. If that's something you want to enter
Explore.
yourself into, Joe. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to earn some more scratch on the side, there's,
Nothing's
You
off the
guys
table.
make a side rule book for this?
yes,
What?
no, like what people can't see off screen is the like 57 tabs in my Microsoft OneNote doc that I have to keep up with all of this stuff. So it's all there. We'll just publish
I'm
it
glad
one day.
someone is.
Yeah, clearly, I got to do that part of the job. So, if I've learned anything from last week,
I started a note file.
I can't wait till we have super fans that just like
oh
Actually,
yes, please, can we get somebody to do a recap video for us, please?
because Kayla brought this up, and I actually had written this down. Right, we still have to build Katassi's Katafi shop.
Oh yeah, no, that is a fan request that we have
right?
to,
So that's on my list here, along with the Registrar Scheduler of Pain, and I don't know why I wrote that down.
Scheduler of Pain, because and this is this is turning into a recap episode at the moment, because when y'all went to the registrar's office, Grifter thought that it might be a boss fight at that point, because like it's just kind of getting
Yep.
there, you know what I mean? So,
Sure.
and Katassi went toe to toe with the registrar's server, won, and so we're here. Yeah. And with all that, what do you guys want to do today? That's a hell of a setup. Congratulations. Welcome back, everybody.
Well,
at this point, are there any random event tables we can roll on? Because
no, we don't do that.
I mean, y'all have a lot. Y'all have a lot ahead of you. You got some things that you can prep for your classes that are coming up. It's the
What?
weekend. Your friend from the Yakuza still wants his treats, Bunny Boy. I believe his name was Chad, that you met out on the quad at Angel City University.
Yeah, that weirdo.
Yeah.
I have an idea to pitch to the group. It's
Okay.
hypothetical.
All right.
What if we found the local nerd group and meted playing a role-playing game while playing a role-playing
Let's-
game?
Okay, I'm gonna throw something at you. The next time I see you in person.
Okay, fair enough.
You got to catch a space marine to the head.
Okay, so Katassi, Eve, Grifter, and Buddy Boy, y'all have some prep to do ahead of your classes. Titus, you're actually kind of free. You're footloose and fancy free right now.
I've got some investigating to do.
Okay.
Between what we saw, kind of the first session, the trip out to daggone it, where do we pick up Katassi?
New Haven.
New Haven, thank you. And the crazy Texan guy there.
Yep.
And some other stuff. It is, shall we say, piquing my interest.
Okay.
Right? Like, something seems really off to Titus.
Okay.
Right? The way this whole plant thing went down. Right? Like, on the surface, it looks real basic. Like, oh, Rocco was involved with the thing, and they had to. But Titus just feels like there's more to it under the surface that like something's bugging Titus.
Okay.
He's about to start a yarn wall.
Okay. Can you roll for yarn wall, please? No.
Please tell me you're using the yarn that has like the little glittery filaments wound in.
That's all they can find from a Joanne Fabrics on clearance.
Sure.
I totally
Your
thought you
yarn
were just
wall
going to sit there and crochet to take
Your
off your
yarn
stress.
wall can be stylish and
Yeah.
fabulous. Okay.
Modern.
Like the rest of your apartment. Modern. Okay. Sleek, open concept with a pop of color.
So wait, are you doing this yarn wall at your apartment or at Bunny Boy's apartment? Okay.
No, at my apartment.
Okay.
You want like an investigation roll?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's talk it out. So, what are you trying to piece together, and what are the facts of the case that you're trying to lay out for it?
Cassie had the best confused look on her face there for a while.
Are you making fun of my pop of color?
I still haven't put together what the hell a yarn wall is. Right now, you just sound like some sort of
You know
insane
thing
open
in
from
the
Trading
movie where they
Places.
have like the newspaper articles and they're like,
You're
leaning-
Charlie Day. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Glad we got that figured out.
Everybody's on the same page. Perfect.
I just thought you were doing weird decorating.
The granny style to complement his grandpa title.
Maybe he was gonna glue some hay on the wall. Do a circus big top theme. It's Titus. Who knows?
She's got a point. So basically, there's two cases here. So let's start with the New Haven case. Right?
Okay.
Random corpos hire us to transport to rob one warehouse to give some stuff to New Haven.
Yep.
Right. But we don't know who the backers of these things are, and generally speaking, the Metros don't like New Haven. So why are they helping them out? Right.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know who the bankroll for that was. Number two, now we've got the bankroll for the plant guy, right? We still don't know who's sponsoring this research.
Yeah.
Right? And furthermore, yeah, we still don't know who's sponsoring this research.
The
Right?
research
And we don't
that
know if
Jack
there's
is doing, you're asking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
right? Because he hasn't been at the university in some time, right? So he's getting corporate money from somewhere, but why?
Mhm.
Right? Like, why build this? The corporations don't typically dabble in this because it's a closed market system.
Okay.
So that's my theory of the case. There's a couple funky things going on.
Well, we've been talking about cheese, so there could be definitely some smelly things.
Remember, the smellier the better.
I'm sure there's at least one jug of chunky lemon milk in Bunny Boy's refrigerator.
Ooh.
Okay. Maybe.
I feel
Probably.
as though Bunny Boy's been attacked all of a sudden. Like, hold on. He likes to eat Fruity Pebbles all the time. Do you think that there's milk lasts in that apartment? I don't think so.
My concern is is he gonna be able to taste the chunky lemon milk over the flavor of the Fruity Pebble?
Look, cereal connoisseurs, no. That's all I'm saying.
Fruity Pebbles are very potent.
Also
There
true.
might be a reason why those are picked.
Fair enough. Okay, Titus.
Cassie and Wild look so grossed out right now.
In my brain, all I can hear is Fruity Pebbles, forgiver of sins. It's
I'm still
very
hearing-
upsetting.
I'm still hearing chunky lemon
Right.
milk.
I'm kind of stuck on that too.
It's spicy.
Welcome to the Anime Slice of Life podcast that is Identico.
I'm not sure what's happening today.
Nope.
Can I just get some croquettes shaped like a dog paw? Like, that's the anime slice of life I want. girl.
Okay.
So while I ponder this,
Yeah.
I'm going to walk down to the corner store and get some Doritos.
Fair enough. What
So,
about
what do you want?
Let's talk about give me straight intelligence in terms of
Okay.
give me a smots. Let's tackle this in order. So the New Haven gig.
Okay. On the New Haven gig, I got a total of an 8.
So with an 8, you worked the wastes in your former life, right? As a marshal.
Right.
You know that most of the settlements out in the wastes they'll do whatever it takes. They don't care. Most of the time they will, some of them won't. But most of the time they don't care about stealing from the corpse, and they don't care about stealing from the cities at all. So that one doesn't feel off per se. You know, you've definitely apprehended people who have basically been doing the same thing. It's like a Cyberpunk or 2099 version of train robbers, right?
Sure.
A little bit more of knight in shining armor because it's Katassi's former home that you guys stole it for. But, it seems pretty well straight up. The fact that you stole it from the Third Eye, who you all have run into a few times now.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Those guys keep popping up.
Yep. What do you want to know about them?
Well, I'm not there yet. Let's go
Okay.
to part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2 is the plant people. You want another intelligence roll?
Yep. I'm just imagining plant people. Like, this is some shit that Eve's gonna come up with later in the bio.
Same brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. See, I went over to this other dice roller that Wild said, so that was a 5. So I'm leaving this dice roller now.
Our hatred of
It's holding us accountable.
I think so. I think Google Karma is catching up with you.
Just
I
get
think
better at
so.
rolling.
The Third Eye.
No, so that was for
Yeah.
the plant people.
Sorry, the plant people. Yeah, you're so confused on that one, actually, because you didn't put 2 and 2 together that Jack Beecher was the one that actually hired you. So
That's fair.
in its own sort of if you're looking at the math equation and it's in its own parentheticals, it doesn't seem out of you do this for a living. You bounty hunt. And you don't necessarily charge that much money. You're kind of still small fry in Angel City after leaving the wastes. And so it wasn't that big of a score, really. It seemed bigger when you negotiated up, but to the rest of the bounty hunters and things like that, maybe not necessarily so on the up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in
Okay,
its own, in isolation, it doesn't seem off, at least.
So for the Third Eye, I got a 16.
Well, I think here's the thing about the Third Eye. They look rough and tumble, right? They are not. They look like a bunch of gutter punks, for one thing.
They
don't
seem organized.
loosely. I mean, you met Blizz, and he has the same tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, but Blizz took one too many hits to the head. They just seem super active and more organized under the surface than like just a bunch of random gutter punks.
Mm-hmm. What's your gut telling you?
My gut's telling me there's something else there, that they've got another organization either at the top of theirs or as an umbrella controlling theirs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It might be something you want to keep investigating in then.
Okay.
Is that all
Good
you...
to ponder
Did you get your Doritos?
Yeah, I got my Doritos
Okay. Did you get anything else?
and a Diet Mountain Dew.
And a Diet Mountain Dew. Are you actually gonna be playing D&D inside of this entire world? Because like, that's what the fuck you just went to get. Like,
No. I understand it, but see, here's the thing. So Titus, because he's from the Waste, he's used to like, we hunted a deer and then we threw it on a fire and right? Like, processed food to him is new and all different
true.
and weirdly addicting.
Not weirdly.
You-
It's kind of addicting.
You talked about Mountain Dew and hunting a deer, and I thought you were just describing a Kentuckian for a moment, because that is hunting season is a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, but the question is it actual like soda Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew as in the moonshine or both?
It
The two-
depends
No,
on
I'm just
the
going for a soda.
Yeah, the two do like come together really well if you've ever had it. So,
I mean, Mountain Dew was technically originally supposed to be a mixer for whiskey, so
There
huh?
you go.
I never put that two together.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to go try that this weekend.
I tried it once. It wasn't that good.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And now for your next
It's
Titanic
from the
piece,
30s.
you get liquor tips.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
put Mountain Dew in Mountain Dew, does that make it Mountain Duoed?
Mountain Dew squared. Duo
Mountain
times
Duo.
2. Mountain 2X.
Or
Duo the Dew?
Duo the Dew.
Mountain
look,
Duet?
I'm not.
Look,
I wasn't here to do the PR work for the Mountain Dew company.
now listen.
But it's your job now, Titus.
Yeah.
This is clearly showcasing that if any company
wait,
out there
wait.
needs some like advertising or some like help
We are here
zhuzhing up
for
their
you.
images, we'll work on it for.
You have a team
Mountain
of
Doo-doo.
people who have no idea what they're doing, but who have no limit to bullshit they're willing to throw at your product.
Listen,
Shame.
listen. There
We have
are
shame.
there are no bad ideas in brainstorms. Okay, there are no bad ideas in brainstorms. That's all I'm saying.
I have a lot of brainstorms, but I don't get any actual work done.
So
Not a lot of rain coming down
So-
for me.
My high school science teacher liked to tell us that there's no such thing as a stupid question, just stupid people.
sure.
That's the Tonkawa,
that's a
Oklahoma public education system for you.
That's
all
so
right.
extreme.
I was really trying not to corpse through that entire thing because I kind of felt it coming, but it did it anyways. Hi, Titus. How you doing?
I guess the last thing I'm going to do is ask my buddy over in the gang unit that we talked to last term, like, give me the basic rundown. Like, what territory does Third Eye Temily hang out at? What bars do they own, and who are their biggest rivals?
Give me that roll for that one.
That underworld?
Yeah, give me that underworld roll. Now we're getting to some
right.
hot gang action. Wait a minute. Hold up. Terms of service.
Maybe not call it that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Terms of service.
All right, so that would be a natural 14 plus 5, so that would be 19.
Okay, so your man over in the crimes unit he sends you back a small dossier, not much. So most of what the Third Eye have been doing, ironically enough, or maybe not ironically now that you've met Blizz, is the few times that they've been able to catch folks with this, it's been drug running. They operate mostly, and they say mostly, in the northern portion of Angel City proper, around where most people think Bakersfield is. So at the northern edge of the city. And that's basically the only territory that they've been able to kind of carve out. as you know, and have been around enough, at least in Angel City, that different pockets of the city are kind of controlled by different gangs and or mob families and things like that. And so, while not
Is Bakersfield
good,
is Bakersfield technically inside or outside the wall?
no, it's inside the wall. Because remember,
Okay.
it goes all the way up past Santa Maria.
I thought it stopped at Santa Clarita.
But it goes over a bit, so it kind of goes up to like San Luis Obispo, and then kind of hangs a right and goes over that way towards the mountain range. So it's up in that general area because Bakersfield doesn't necessarily exist anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
R.I.P. Bakersfield.
Okay. So. So basically, north side.
Yep.
Just on the inside of the wall, mostly drug running. Do they have any known like clubs, bars, or anything like that they own?
They are attempting to do some takeovers, but you know, around that side of the wall is the fringe. And so they can basically walk into a club or they can walk into a bar and basically take it over via numbers. So at the moment they know that there are several bars that they hang out in. They don't know if they necessarily run them or not. Right? They know of certain places that they frequent because they take a look at it, but obviously the formal police in Angel City don't go to the fringe. They don't care.
Well, I got a list of a couple places they're known to frequent.
You could, yeah. I mean, there's a few places that they've been called to and things like that.
Okay.
And you can kind of start to, piece a few things together.
Okay.
Cool.
I think Titus needs to buy some new undercover clothes
Okay.
and some punky color.
Yes, Eve.
Why do you want him to buy underwear?
Not what I said, but okay.
I caught it on the off chance. And I'm
Yeah.
really, really sorry.
I love the dead
I know.
silence after that joke. It's great. Just so good. The best.
It's okay, I know I'm
Okay.
funny on the inside.
That's all I got for right now.
Okay. Katassi, Eve. Well, Eve, I imagine you're still at Bunny Boy's place, correct? I'm going to go with a yes on that one, if she didn't hear me. Eve, are you at Bunny Boy's place?
Bunny Boy has a place?
Yeah.
Are we, like, on the campus, you mean?
Well, that's actually the question that I'm asking is, are you at the apartment that you and Bunny Boy share, or are you on campus?
Oh, buddy, you're fooling yourself if you think that Bunny Boy pays rent at that apartment.
That was the impression I was under, that it was Wild Place and Bunny Boy just kind of slept there.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. I always thought it was the other way around. Bunny Boy got the money. Eve took care of the money.
Have you listened to my character intro?
Yes, I have.
I guess we can be chilling at the dorm on campus.
Okay, you guys are
I'm
at the
curious.
quad. All right. It's very basic so far. There's no sheets or anything like that. Basically, it's for the most part unfurnished. Mind the like terrible couches and bunk beds and things that they give you in the quad. But it's a corner place. It's kind of nice. It's got 2 bedrooms in it. Not very big, but not too bad either. Got a little central living area, and it's a central living area / kitchen with like linoleum and then that like rubber transition into like the most like indoor outdoor carpet you could ever have, because of course it's got to like stand up to beer and wine and whiskey and everything else that hits the floor in a college campus, right?
This
So-
is perfect.
Bunny Boy is home. So what are you guys doing now? I imagine, don't take this personally, that Bunny Boy hasn't noticed that his tablet's gone off. That Eve has, but Bunny Boy maybe not so in the up and up for that one. Or maybe so. Let's see.
No, I mean he's interested in school, but like as far as changing his behaviors to fit in, like paying attention to another device, he doesn't pay attention to his phone.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, he's enthusiastic about school, but hell no, he's not paying attention to that.
Fair enough. Okay. So Eve, Bunny Boy, you all have received your class schedules and things like that. It's roughly a Friday going into a Saturday. Obviously school starts on Monday. You have some prep work to do there before you start. Now, Eve, you are in the botany. Bunny Boy is also into the botany. Go figure. Katassi, you have also received the same instructions, though you are in the psychology department, if I remember correctly. Yes. And Good old Grifter, you're in the robotics classes. You're in the robotics department.
This is a bad idea.
It's a great idea. What are you talking about?
It can only get better.
This is the best ideas in the history of ideas.
So, what do you all want to do over, let's say, like over this weekend kind of thing as you prep for classes and stuff like that?
I'm going to figure out how to find digital copies of my textbooks and get my assigned reading out of the way with figure out how to digitize it so I can listen to it while I am building an actual yarn wall to show Titus up.
Just knitting a wall.
Like a wall of yarn.
I am going to get 2 dowel rods and a shit ton of yarn, and I'm going to string yarn between the 2 dowel rods to create a room divider in the dorm room.
So,
I like it.
all right, so I have to ask. Let's get personal here for just a second. There are only 2 bedrooms. Where is everybody going to stay on campus? Talk to me about the
yarn wall.
Okay, this is why I'm asking. Katassi, are you sleeping out in the common area around the yarn wall and using that as a divider? Or are you taking the room?
So what I figure is we could put a yarn wall in each room and then bisect the room, and each person gets half of the room. Wait, how many people do we have?
There's 4 of you on campus.
Okay, and Grifter can sleep in muffins if it comes down to it.
Wait, hold on. How do you plan on getting a 900-pound robot that's 9 feet tall up into
Not my
the
problem.
dorms?
Oh, Muffins is in my garage.
We have yarn
Okay.
for that.
It's a college dorm. No one cares. No one cares.
Literally no one would pay attention.
We'll just put a lab coat on him and no one will be able to tell the difference.
But tell him
I
it's a
lived in
keg, put a tap on him.
I lived in the freshman dorms with the football team. About the same size. No one cares. Things are going to get broken. No worries. I'm shrugging it off.
So I've been in dorm rooms before. I don't think you're going to be able to fit Muffins anywhere inside one of those in any way that makes the dorm room usable.
No.
Do one of these dorm rooms have a party shower?
Yeah. Yeah, actually they do. They have a walk-in shower. Yeah. And
What about the roof?
what's that?
Said, what about the roof?
Also true. It's only a 3-story building, but there is a roof.
Oh, and that's jumpable for muffins, isn't it? Like if we need a quick exit? Or like scalable,
I mean,
a la King Kong?
Yeah, I was gonna say down. Yes, like he can jump an infinite amount so long as it's down. Up is a different story.
The gravity is the problem. It's, the sudden stop at the end.
How are we getting Muffins into a dorm room? I'm not stuck on this part, so we got to figure it out.
We're not going to right now
Okay.
because, and this is part of my dastardly plan that I've been threatening to do for years now. The robotics is going to be the birthplace of Cupcake.
Ah. So now it's your friend. Your friend you're bringing back to the dorm room.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And incidentally, that's what Grifter would be doing on part of his Saturday, scoping out the robotics area to see what kind of shit I can steal.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of areas. So you know how? All right. So last one of the previous episodes, we went through the botany and the biology department, which are in the same building on Angel City University. The robotics department, other side of the quad, just about the size of both the botany and the biology put together because of sheer like robotics size, right? There's garages on the ground floor so you can get large objects in and out, things like that. When you are up in the second and third floors of that building, and it's a little bit larger building, it goes up, 6-7 stories high on that side. But when you're in that building, there are a ton of those like articulating arms and different like engine racks and things like that where you can sort of put up different robotic limbs and be working on them. And as you go past one of the labs, there's just a bunch of these robotic arms, and they're painted like beautiful white, like really clean, and they've got a like Benevolent Corp logo on the side of them, just very, they're white arms with big black lettering and things like that on it. And then you turn around to the other side, and it's all the same sort of thing. Like, it all looks like brand spanking new equipment.
So I'm assuming in 2099, with the existence of ROVs, a robotics division will both deal with, standard, kind of like the robotics we have today for like manufacturing purposes, but also ROVs manufacturing.
Well, if you remember, ROVs were created for like asteroid mining and for doing dangerous tasks in places where humans can't usually get to. So the standard ideas of limited AI in terms of like an autopilot system or things like that, like all of that stuff is all there. What they do is they sort of start you out, at least as you can kind of take a look at the curriculum, they start you out like making like basic devices, like little tiny things. And then they start to work you up a little bit more where there's like articulation and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping to clip out of some of that.
Okay.
Because, I have a ROM now, so I'm not a total novice with building these things.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm going to be scoping out, like, the smaller stuff suits me because, like I said, I'm wanting to build cupcakes. So I would be primarily keeping an eye out for, like, I assume there's a machine shop somewhere in here.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Like every lab is kind of part machine shop, part lab, right? Like you've got a testing facility, you've got a build facility. I mean, it's stacked with all this like amazing equipment. Some equipment you've never even seen before. Like that's how well this place is stacked.
So yeah, I'm really looking for stuff. Like I know some things like the or the tech head, or not tech head. What's it called? The link thing.
Yeah.
I know that's probably going to be more specialized equipment that I may have to purchase from somewhere rather than build. But but like I'm looking primarily on facilities and equipment and things I can steal to build a small rough, basically.
What are you looking to steal? Because you could just use it. You have access to labs. So what are you trying to like your ability to use either your tablet or your chip to get into the lab, because for all intents and purposes, Katassi has put in Timothy Timson as an undergrad robotics student.
I forgot what my name was.
At Angel City University with a full ride scholarship paid by an unnamed source. So you have full access to the labs and everything.
You're trying to steal something you get for free.
Well, I mean,
why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Yep.
I mean, typically, whenever you're doing this lab sort of scenario, it's more of you're supposed to borrow it and bring it back later for future students. I intend to skip that step.
I mean, it's a robotics lab, so of course there's like miniature. I mean, there's tools and things you can steal. There's parts that you could probably steal. But there are entire like racks of things that you can utilize if you want to as well.
Well, I'm thinking like titanium skeleton, Got to keep her light and strong.
Okay, but you're gonna have to need to machine those parts. So you're
Yeah.
gonna just steal the lathe and bring it back, or how are you gonna
No,
do
no,
that?
no. I'm going to be stealing mostly parts. I
Okay.
mean, Muffins might be able to carry a lathe around, but I certainly can't. Unless 2099 lathes are way better than what we have now.
Nope. There's only so many ways that you can cut titanium. It does not work like that.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to, also titanium when it's machined has a tendency to catch on fire and explode. So you could introduce a little element of danger.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a fucking table for that already.
But yeah, mostly I've just been in today doing some reconnoitering and figuring out what the protocols for, using equipment and that sort of stuff. That's my duty for today.
All right, it sounds good. Katassi, I need you to roll to make a yarn wall. That's going to be an agility roll. And then Eve and Bunny Boy, you go ahead and keep working on that. Eve and Bunny Boy, what are you doing?
So let's see. Are the labs locked up on the weekend?
The entrance to the labs, i.e. the doors that you all had to sneak through the first time, those are locked from the outside.
Okay.
But the labs themselves are sort of, there's like free use times that you can come in and do your schoolwork and your homework and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I learn, can I do stuff with plants in there?
Yes, there are, I mean,
Okay.
there's all sorts of things you can do with plants in there.
Okay. Well, do they have like a seed collection or anything like that? Or like what? Okay. In the lab, can you describe it to me like a GM would?
So the labs are fairly, they're fairly done in two parts. There is the general lecture sort of portion of it, where there are stainless steel sort of tabletops, very clean, very sterile kind of pieces to it. And then when you kind of like, if you almost like whip around 180, there are like 4 different rows of just sort of like workstations as you go. Now that's in the biology side. In the botany side, there's 3 sets of workstations because those workstations are a little bit bigger. But basically standing from one lab, you can see into the other lab because there's these giant glass windows in between the two of them. So as you walk by, you can kind of like look in and see what's going on in each of the labs from there. And in each of the workstations, you've got, for biology, you've got centrifuges, you've got prepackaged sterile instruments with inside of drawers and all those things. In the botany side of it, kind of similar, but a little bit more on the plant side of things, where you've got rows of grow lights up top on these shelves where you can like set entire sets of like seedlings and things like that. And then in the next layer down, again, sterile kind of like stainless steel like workplace, but a lot of like room to maneuver and stuff like that in there. You're muted.
Great, good. That's professional. We gave the plant back, correct?
You did.
Correct.
Yes.
But
Okay.
Didn't you
yep,
take
go ahead,
a
Eve.
leaf?
Go ahead, Eve.
Do I know this?
Eve's
I don't
also
know
now
this.
muted.
Okay.
I don't want to speak when he has his microphone on, so
I think, as I recall, Eve stole a leaf, or borrowed a leaf, or asked for a leaf, or
I
acquired
asked
a leaf.
for the leaf. So I do have a leaf. I don't know who all witnessed it. I know it was at the very end of Beecher being around, so
It was kind of a sleight of hand check, to be honest with you. It was very stealthy.
You should smoke it and see what happens.
Yeah, give that a try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to assume that I don't know that she grabbed that leaf, but I'm a botany major, so I want to do some plant stuff. So Bunny Boy's If there's a seed collection available,
So
we'll probably just start planting seeds in dirt.
well, and that's actually the thing. One of the things that you need to pick up is sets of like the seedlings in the racks, and to start setting those up for growing. Because one of the projects that you're going to be working on this year is sort of cross-pollination and learning about that kind of process going on. And so over it, there is like a specified sort of place in, not in the student union, but sort of like adjacent, just off campus kind of thing, where you would pick up your basic supplies for the botany program. And they have these sort of like pre-proportioned racks of, 20 and 30 of the different plants in there for you, if you want to pick those up.
So when Bunny Boy said he wanted to do plant stuff, there are two visions that popped in my head.
Oh, God.
One is Bunny Boy just eating random leaves, like, nope, doesn't taste like crunch berries. And the other one is him just like randomly taping plants together.
Thanks for ruining it. That's actually kind of what my idea was to take the things that taste sweet and like crunch berries and just put the seeds in the dirt next to each other and hope that they just make.
Wait, next to the crunch berry? And just see what happens?
No, well, I guess I could put crunch berries in the soil, but
okay.
He's gonna just put the seeds that he thinks like should work for crunch berries just next to each other in the soil.
Plants need a balanced breakfast too.
Fair enough.
Hopefully they mix and make something closer to crunch berries.
Okay. If they also need a balanced breakfast, you should also maybe grind up some pizza, like a pizza slurry, and include it in there, because all the food groups.
And electrolytes, because plants crave electrolytes.
So just throw some Gatorade on it, like.
Now we're back to Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So help me understand here. You and Eve went to the botany department to kind of take a look, and now you're leaving to go get the supplies. Is that a correct sort of understanding of what's going on?
I mean, I would if I needed to go get supplies or found out, I would go get my supplies. Yeah.
Okay, Eve, are you with him or not?
I already got my supplies. I'm kidding. I am kind of in the same boat as Katassi. I got my books digitally, and I did go with Bunny Boy to go and get some of the botany supplies, but I also went to go and get some equipment to make sure that I could try and grow the plant from the leaf in my room.
Okay, so are you getting like grow lights and stuff like that too?
I mean, I guess if I need them, sure.
Well, you don't necessarily know what the ideal conditions for this plant is, but and you don't really need to roll for this, because if you remember, Jack said that he was growing these underground from his lab at the Quickie Mart. Right, and the reason that Titus was able to chase him from the Quickie Mart is that's where they were growing the plants, right? And so obviously they're not pumping in outdoor light from there, so it's going to need some form of natural light or something that would help it sort of spur itself on from there.
Does that mean that I should go and talk to Edward and see if I can like see how the plants are growing?
I'm sorry, who?
Edward's the clerk from the Quickie Mart. His grandma makes the tamales, man.
Oh, now who's not keeping notes?
Well, because sorry, I had to ask because Bunny Boy's cover is Edmund, I believe, if I am correct.
Edmund Wallabeeson.
Wallabeeson. No, well, I have it as Edward Wallabeeson. Is it Edmund?
Edmund Wallabeeson from it's a Icelandic name.
Okay. Edmund Wallabeeson.
Wallabeeson.
Yeah.
Wallaby son.
Wallaby son, yes.
He's Norse.
With umlauts.
Is that hyphenated?
Oh no! With umlauts.
All right, so you want to go back to the Quickie Mart that you were at, basically, is go from there.
I mean, yes, but I don't want to make it like my primary objective because I've only met Edward once, so I guess I should probably try and build a rapport with him and store the leaf in a place until I can figure out how to grow it,
But they had tamales
I
there.
guess. Yeah,
This
and they
is
have
true.
tamales there. So he's already going to be my tamale supplier, and I've given out a fair amount of tamales in this last few episodes. So
Are you out of the other tamales now? Have you given out enough of those?
oh no, I definitely make sure to ration. You know, you have to make sure you have various amounts
other
of different
tamales?
ammo.
Why, Titus, are you hungry?
No,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not getting the wrong ones.
Okay, so let's do some role playing
But
here.
now Titus wants a tamale.
Right? I'm still hungry too.
Make sure you get one of the fresh ones. They do have stickers on them, the Best Buy dates.
Yeah. As you
I
walk
asked.
into the Quickie Mart, so are we gonna say that you basically took some public transport, or did you ask Bunny Boy to throw you in the gator and go?
I think that because Bunny Boy's still exploring the botany department, I'm gonna just take some public transport.
Perfect. Okay. So you make your way back over to the Quickie Mart. You walk in. Edward is behind the counter as always. And he kind of looks at you, hey, as you walk in, because he remembers you from a few nights ago. He's like, you that crazy lady, but you like the tamales. I like you. How you doing?
Hey Edward, how are you? Did your abuela make some more tamales for me? I definitely need to restock.
You know I got the good shit.
Beautiful.
And so you see
How's it
him,
going today?
you see him walk out of the like plexiglass booth and walk over to where the like tamales are, and like he kind of like with a flourish he like takes them and he goes, cha, look at that, and there's like a heaping pile of tamales sitting right there in steam. They're all wrapped and
I
nice
just want
and
to point
stuff.
out that Mallow sounds like a fucked up version of my cousin. Like maybe one of my uncles.
Mi abuela is from Guatemala. Just saying, I come by it honest.
Man,
I'm just saying. I'm like having flashbacks.
I'm just
y'all speaking Spanish over here, and the only thing that make me feel bad, the only thing I know how to say is tell someone, "Hell, good day, dickhead." In Spanish.
Buenos banditos.
You know, you just have to have a signature
Buenos dias,
phrase.
pendejos.
Okay. Oh my god.
Goodness. Anyways, he kind of looks back at he holds it up and then he looks back at you. He's like, eh, hey. He's like looking at you like all like very very proud of his tamales.
Out of character, this is adorable, and I would absolutely be friends with Edward in real life. Okay, well, I'm going to bring out a thank you letter for Edward's abuela.
Oh, okay, all
My
right,
Jam Sport backpack.
yep.
And then I'm gonna buy most of the tamales. And I guess just like, you know, be
So,
nice to Edward and go on my way. Because
Eve has
building
a
rapport takes time for the baby.
Yep.
Eve has a backpack of tamales. Someone has a backpack of cheese. So we just need a backpack of beans and a backpack of salsa and sour cream.
And
We're
we got a
good.
fucking party. or
And
we
is
have
the-
7-layer burrito dip. I don't know. What are the two?
And the beans and the sour cream aren't in containers. They're just in the backpack.
Right. No.
That would be in yours.
Well, we were picking up what you were setting down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were talking about chunky lemon milk earlier, so I guess Bunny Boy would be the one with the sour cream because he can make it himself.
It's a delicacy.
No, hey,
Takes
good
time to
sour
age.
cream, good crema is amazing.
Oh, Bit Player also says, backpack of tequila.
Hey, I like the
I
way
feel-
you think.
I feel like that's something we could just find on a college campus any day.
Oh hell yeah. So
What is it,
Eve,
Camelbacks or whatever?
yes. Eve, while you're doing that, Bunny Boy, you leave to go get your supplies, and you run into a familiar face on the way out the door, and you almost run into her, and she's carrying a tablet. She's not paying attention, and kind of runs into your chest a little bit, and she kind of looks back up at you and says, "Oh my God! Oh, Edmund, how are you? Oh my goodness, look at you
How's
in
it
your
going,
look at you
Sarah?
in your lab coat and stuff. That's amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Look
Yours
at you.
looks nice too.
She's she's of course wearing pleated skirt, sweater vest with button down white shirt and everything like that, trying to be very studious. And she looks at you, she's like, "Oh my God, you're trying to get everything done ahead of time. That is so amazing. I love it."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're an inspiration.
Have you gotten all your plants and everything like that? I can walk you over to the place if you need to.
Did I? Was I on my way to get
You
them?
were on your way to get there, actually.
Yeah. I have no. Where am I going? Come on, show me. Let's.
She goes,
Take
"Oh
me
no,
over there."
it's just across the campus. Come on, let's go."
Let's go.
And she tries to link her arm into yours as you guys start walking off.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
I
Sure.
imagine Pete has his hands. I'm sorry, Bunny Boy has his.
Accurate. Very accurate.
I imagine that Bunny Boy has his hands in the pockets of his lab coat and jacket. And so, like, as he's just kind of, like, bobbing along and walking along, she's just trying to, like, get up in that and just be like, "Oh, my God." And she's, like, talking the entire time. And then the real question is does Bunny Boy say anything, or does he just go, the entire time?
The second part?
Just start word
probably
vomiting
not,
about Captain
like-
Crunch.
Yeah, probably not like really loudly going, but
Yeah.
not really knowing. It's like,
Yeah, you're very caught off guard is what you're trying to say, basically.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She walks you over to the main portion on the other side of the student quad. And you all start to go through, and she takes you up and down the aisles and starts loading things up with it. And you come away with about 3 different racks of plants. You realize on your list you only needed like 1 of them, but she's trying to like help you get ahead in life, so to speak. And so she's loaded you up with 3 of them because she can teach you the ways to earn the extra credit, is what she's trying to basically do.
Whoa. Why are you so nice?
And she just kind of looks and she's like, "It's fine. Come on.
Okay.
You can roll for things too if you'd like."
First day on campus, and he's already got a boo.
Roll to not be stunned? What am I rolling for?
If you're
you
could do like perception, or you could do insight if you're trying to kind of like figure out the ulterior motives and things like that.
Yeah, insight.
All right.
She could be a double agent for all I know and working for Benevolent.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Insight.
We'll draw another yarn line.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have to
Insight's
add
going to
another
be-
inch to my wall.
Yes.
Is it's insight charisma or what is that?
Chris, it would be intellect. Insight's intellect.
Sweet. But y'all don't know this. Bunny Boy's actually quite intelligent. His base intelligence score is 19. So
Yeah.
just saying. Just say he's a smart guy. He just doesn't know a lot of smart things.
There's intelligence
Words.
and then there's like wisdom, basically.
Well, I really needed that because I rolled a 4. 7 total. God, this is just like real life. Okay.
Okay, so basically you can't read her 100%, but like her bubbliness and her like over the top demeanor, it strikes you as odd because you've never had somebody be that nice to you this entire time. but you don't quite like, you can't figure out like exactly kind of what it is or whatever like that. And so as you scan your tablet, of course, at the checkout, you owe 0 money. Basically, it's already taken care of. But you're kind of walking back to campus with like 3 racks of like of plant seedlings and things like that in your hand, while she's carrying like a little bag of some of the other like, you know, food and feed and stuff like that you will need for it.
Okay. I'm gonna tell her thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me out so much.
On the way back, you run into you see your friend out on the quad throwing a football. He doesn't run up to you this time, but he does kind of give you a little bit of a knowing look, like a little bit of a hey, and then like a little like kind of jaunty little thing off to the side like that. Yeah, a little.
That's my reaction.
Not
Just
quite.
bobbing my
Yeah,
head at him.
yeah.
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 I
Not
point
quite.
at him and be like, yeah.
You can't point at him. You're carrying shit. Or you
Oh,
can.
that's a
Okay,
good
could
point.
you point at him like this, like just kind of
Yeah,
like pointing at it,
probably.
like holding it and pointing. Okay.
Like the southerner, like one finger off the steering wheel to wave at this person driving by, just like that. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So you go up, and in the lab that both you and Eve are in, because you're first year students on this one, you can make it where you and Eve are basically like in one of the corner ones by yourselves with a little bit of privacy to do some of your lab work and stuff like that if you want to.
Eve, is it okay if I join you?
Yeah, it's all right. Don't fuck
Can
up.
I roll an insight check?
You get an insight checker? Okay, go ahead for it. Let's do it.
Q 20 minutes from now, we see Bunny Boy in the corner with something on fire.
Yeah.
15. Is it really all right? Or is she just saying all right?
I'm sorry, I need to roll for that.
Okay. All right.
Got a 13,
I
so
don't.
she's a little unsure.
Okay. Yeah. So as you're kind of putting down, Sarah Jane kind of goes, "Oh my goodness, no! You don't need to be in the corner. Be over here with me," you know, like that. And she's kind of like, she's trying to like get you like to the middle, like front of the class kind of thing. But we're gonna say you've already started to kind of like sit down trays of stuff, I imagine. Yes? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're pretty planted in the row. So if it's in these kind of like rows back here, are you taking the front one? Or are you taking the back one? Are you on the spotlight, or is Eve in the spotlight?
Eve is, I would imagine.
Okay.
Betrayal.
Trail. Are you asking if Eve and I are in the back or in the front?
Well, okay, so it's like galley style, right? So like some person has to be towards the front of the classroom, and some person has to be behind that person as you're looking
Right.
down the galley. So right
Right,
now,
okay.
Eve is at the front, and you were at the back, in the back corner, with all of your extra plants, more than what you actually needed to get started in the class.
Okay. Right. I would have just set him down.
Okay.
Wherever.
All right.
Really. Like he did not put that much thought into it. It's
Okay.
literally just sit him down and go.
Yeah. Sarah Jane is there sort of helping you put them under like the lights and everything like that and clicking them on. And like, as she's going, she's like, okay, so you can like set these on timers and you can do it like this. And like, I don't know if you want to pay attention to any of that stuff or not. That's up to you. But she's like walking you through how to use the entire like grow schedule and everything like that. And I mean, she's going at like 1,000,000 light years an hour right now.
Okay.
Okay. You can write all of that down if you want to.
Do I need to roll to like absorb all of this? Is that a challenge?
No, I think she's like, if you were as Bunny Boy locked in because you were all about school right now, like you're taking it in.
Yes.
Right? You got a 19 intelligence. Again, you're like, beautiful mind. I got this.
Yeah. Growing plants.
All right. Katassi, what did you roll to make your yarn wall? Not great.
9.
So, Grifter, as you walk back into the dorm room, you just see like 2 big sticks, like standing up, but one's kind of at an angle, and there's like some loops right now, but it's looking like a stiff breeze could knock this thing over right now.
Oh, sweet! You're making a sweater for Muffin?
Bitches be knitting.
It's the world's largest knitting needles, is what's coming up now, basically.
I'm just gonna assume she's gone a little crazy.
A little. And we're assuming just fact now.
Well, more than normal,
Fair.
because people don't typically just make giant literal yarn walls. I also am assuming at this point that we're gonna see Titus/Titus show up in like a month, and he's just gonna be like completely unshaven and just rambling about the New World Order. And
It's been a day, dude. A day. A day.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Oh dear God, no. No.
I mean, that is one of the channels on the that is one of the channels of the university, like free TV, like is the Crackpot channel. Like,
Inside you, there are 2 frogs, and they are both gay.
damn reptilians controlling the government.
all right.
So I assume that the rest of the people are not at the dorm currently because they're all like rubbing plants together or something.
Yeah, what? Buddy Boy's rubbing plants together, and Eve is going on a tamale run, a very successful tamale run, mind you. But yeah, now you can all coalesce back at the dorm room if you want to, and then I don't know where Titus is at right now. He's gone on like a walkabout apparently.
I literally went to get Doritos and Mountain Dew. Like,
That's a
while
walkabout.
ago. like,
Look,
I'm good. I'm about.
Are you
to go
coming back,
shopping.
Titus?
haven't
Or
gone
did
on
you just
walks.
go out for cigarettes and you're not coming back? I just need to know.
Oh God! Oh, Dad, no!
Where's Titus? I haven't seen him
Hey.
forever.
I have gone. I have personally gone on walks in downtown Los Angeles before, and I definitely spent way more time out than I intended.
Okay, so here's the thing. The first problem you have there is you went for a walk in Los Angeles.
I was under 16. I couldn't drive.
Okay, so that's the only excuse you have because nobody walks in LA.
Learn to levitate, bitch.
So I'm actually going to text Titus, and I'm going to ask him, do you have any contacts that might have some military hardware?
I'm going to text Grifter back. I was just about to go that direction. I need to pick up some new hardware.
Well, can I send you a shopping list for things that I'm looking?
No. You can get off your lazy butt and come buy some stuff.
Well, where are
Wait,
you going?
but what if we're in class?
I'm like, I'll meet you at the bar, the coffee shop. I don't care. Like, just go someplace. We'll meet up. We'll go.
Okay, well, pick a spot and I'll be there.
I'm not your gopher.
Katassi, can you hack the system and put me down for having shown up for all my classes today?
It's Saturday. Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I don't even need to roll for that. Done. Buddy, I'm here for you.
You're the
This is
best.
very un-Titus-like to not have a specific plan of the place and the time and what we're both going to order. I don't know this, but out of game, I'm a
mission.
little concerned.
There's no mission.
I'd like
Blink
a
twice
McBurger.
if you need help.
Well, I'm going to find out wherever the fuck Titus wants to meet. And then I'm gonna inform Katassi that I'm gonna go meet Titus.
Actually, I tell him that same bar that I met them at the first night before we went to New Haven, because it's right on the beach and it's got good beer.
I was gonna say you're going to Long Beach basically around that way, or no? Were you in Long
Yep.
Beach or Santa Monica?
That was Long Beach.
Yeah, you're going to Long Beach then.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I'll meet you there, and then we'll go do some shopping, and we'll come back all glammed out, and it'll be great.
If you're going to meet up with Titus for equipment, can you pick me up a McMurder and a double quarter pound'em?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, we found the new. We found the
ammo.
new. We found the new equipment we have to add to the book now. After that.
I'll write it down.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Balancing new equipment.
Well, when we come back, we're going on a shopping adventure. Get excited, everybody! We'll see you in a couple. I mean, we do a podcast here and shit like that, I guess.
Amateur hour.
Amateur hour. We're sitting here talking about food.
We
again.
are experts.
Yeah, we're sitting here talking about food. I don't know what y'all talking about.
You know, the Identical Twitter account just pointed out that there is a strong food vibe.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure, Sean, and I'm not sure where we as creators did this, but somewhere along the line, like between sandwiches and what happened with Caleb and everything, there's a really weird food thing that goes on with Identico. And I think we need to really tap.
I mean, you say weird. I just say par for the course. I'm okay with any of this.
I'm okay with it. I just don't know where it came from. Like it just kind of happened.
I'm just
This
gonna.
is why it's a perfect media advertising outlet for places like Beechers, because we're all about the food anyway.
This is true. Hey, we could have a recipe a week with Beechers too.
Oh, we could just do food stuff. See, now I'm getting ideas.
Yep. If anybody from Beechers knows
Food cook Chef RP.
Chef RP, I'm just saying, we got this. We got you all day long. We spent that entire break doing a bio break and then coming back talking about food. So, just putting that out there for everybody in the chat.
Mostly about how tamales are the best thing ever invented.
Yes! There is a reason why we have so many tamales in the game. Just saying. Just saying.
It's a love language.
I at first thought, this is going to sound really bad because I'm a fat guy. I first thought love lockdown meant you weren't allowed to have snacks. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome for that, chat. You're welcome.
You're grounded. No Twinkies for you tonight.
Ew, I don't like Twinkies. They're not, well, I mean, I don't hate
Is that
it,
what
but
that Kanye song's about?
it might as well be with him. Jesus. The pantry's locked is what it is. Like, Weird Al can't parody him because he's parodying himself already. There you go. Hi, welcome back. Hey, how y'all doing?
We do stuff.
We do stuff. Right now, I think Grifter is going to meet up with Titus to go shopping. And Katassi is still trying to build a wall, I think. Or she's going to the Katafi shop, I think. I don't know what she was planning to do at the end of it. Eve?
We got to build that Katafi shop.
Okay.
I mean, my yarn wall ended up more Charlie Day than Bob Vila, so I'm gonna need some help with the Katafi shop.
Look, you can run shit. You just don't have to build. Like, you just get the place already, and you tell people what to do. You don't have to build it yourself.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Yeah, it's like HGTV, but for Katafi shops.
Good reference.
Oh.
Praise Babila.
Hence
Yes.
the pop of color.
Hence the pop of color. Yep. Eve and Bunny Boy have started their indoor garden at their labs. And we pick it up with Grifter going to meet up with Titus at a bar in Long Beach. Because that's where all good things happen, apparently, in Angel City. Grifter or Titus,
I mean,
how many are you in at this point by the time Grifter gets there?
Oh, I'm 3 or 4 in.
Okay, so proper. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just shit face.
No.
Not yet. Not on 3 or 4.
No.
So Titus, where are you headed to go on this shopping adventure?
So I would like to make an underworld check.
Ooh, give me that roll.
Let's see, what is my bonus to underworld? 5.
I was gonna say it's pretty decent for you.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing. I got a 17.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call around some folks and be like, look, there's a couple pieces of hardware I'm looking for. Like specific stuff.
Okay.
Low profile, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
Plus some surprise hardware
Okay.
with jazz hands.
Fair enough. With a 17, I mean, how many different places you want to get it from? You got a preferred vendor?
Get it.
Like,
I mean,
it's you're in the heart of Angel City, man. You got options.
I'm still fairly new in town, so I want somebody who's not going to sell me junk.
Okay.
And I have money.
Fair enough. If you ask around, do you call like Jimmy basically and try to get some recos from him with that?
Yeah, and the other fixer too, the first guy that we talked to.
So there's a place called Hades not too far from you. He's fairly reliable, fringe adjacent, we can say. Like,
Okay.
not super slick, but also not the worst in the world to try to help you get going.
And people are just dying to get in there.
Sure.
I don't know how to mute you in game like this.
Grifter's punny.
I'm sorry, but can we talk about Katassi's branding? That is, you are just getting on, you're just on wrong side of the board there, buddy. Anyways, Jimmy sets you up with a place called Hades. It's not too far from you. It is a little bit more north, towards, like Santa Maria, around in that area, basically. But, overall, he says decent prices, but won't sell you shit. So.
All right, fair enough.
Cool.
So we'll head over there. We'll head in that general direction.
Very.
I'm gonna text
Okay.
the crew to let them know, right? Also, just kind of a safety thing, like, hey, if we go missing, this is the last place Grifter and I were going. Like, hey, we're heading to this weapons dealer called Hades. If y'all want to come through, if not, that's the last place we were. If we end up, with our kidneys in a bathtub.
Drop a pin. That's my
I do
only
that for-
response. Drop a pin.
I drop a pin for Eve.
Yep. I love that Gramps is checking in with the kids, basically.
I'm. You good? Can I go to Hades
Yeah.
after? Like, I intend to go. We got the message. Let's go.
Okay. So who else? All right. So
Okay.
in Titus's car is Titus and Grifter. Who else is also going to go? Eve, I know.
I sent my drive-through with Grifter, so I'm good.
Fair enough. Bunny boy?
No.
Okay. Eve's hopping the bus
We'll go
and heading that way.
Oh yeah, we'll meet her somewhere and pick her up.
Okay. All right. So you roll up outside of this place, and it is, for lack of a better word, themed. It is like black and red with like flames on the outside of it and things like that. Like, it's got big windows on the front of them, but they're not like barred or caged or anything like that. And just a basic like black and door with a little pane of glass in the middle of it as you pull up.
Right.
Feel like-
So I see this place and I smell money. I want to do a perception check because I think he's got some good security.
Okay. Hit me with it.
That would be a 13.
You don't know what he's got with that, but I mean, who has a a weapon shop out near the fringe with
Right.
no bars on the window. Like, that's common sense for you.
This guy's either got guts or he's got good security.
Or just real dumb.
Or a benefactor.
That too.
So,
So me and Grifter Evil will wander in.
okay. As you walk in, there is legitimately, while not an actual bell around the door, like when you open the door, it makes the sound like there was a bell on the door. Like very old school kind of feel to that. And as you walk in, the floors are wooden in that kind of like old world style. And the theme, though, continues all the way around. So it's like a hot rod blew up inside of this small store.
I've seen this episode of Hotel Hell.
I look at Eve and I go, Bunny Boy's missing out. Like, this is his kind of place.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of like just a vague picture of inside and send it to our group chat and just be like, shrug emoji.
And there are all around the perimeter, almost like as if you were in one of the specialty shops here in Seattle. There are like behind cases. Then there's another set of cases that are at like kind of a cant on each of them, and those are showing off some like nice goods with what looks to be like a faux green felt sort of background to it. Kind of makes you want to think that it's like a billiard table almost kind of go, but it's obviously not because it's holding a gun instead of billiard balls. But
Right.
He's got a theme. He's got branding.
Does he have Go ahead.
Does his shirt have hot rod flames too? Because I feel like this
Oh,
is very
you know it does.
one of those button-up ones from Walmart.
It's and he's got like
$20.99.
big fucking thick glasses that have
Guy
like
Fieri hair.
Have you ever seen like how they like think about Hades from like the Disney films where it gets like it's a very tall, more than Guy Fieri, and it's gradiented. And so it's just like whoa, straight up.
Please tell me he has a couple barrels of ammunition in the style of like the Whole Foods bulk aisle. We have the scoop in the bags that you have to put the tag on, write the number.
No, he does not.
Okay, but this guy has now given me an idea. So I come up to him and I go, "You seem like the discerning kind of individual who could either acquire or manufacture me a custom set of nano silk armor."
Hey. Oh, Hades got you covered, my boy.
Okay, so here's what I want. Okay, and then what I'm describing to him. Okay, I gotta pull this up because I just had a fucking great idea.
Hey, even
Alex,
Grifter.
roll.
Even
Yeah.
Grifter, can you roll perception for me while he's doing that?
I guess.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
see what I can add to that roll because I'm gonna need it.
So,
Out of game, can I ask if there's a suggestion box
Wait for the game. I'm sorry. You got to.
in Hades' little thing?
Oh, not that I'm aware of, but I mean, I feel like you could probably just say it to him.
Well, I just feel like Grifter's like ammunition bins ideas going places.
Okay, fair enough.
I got a
Okay.
7.
so
15.
Okay.
do you remember the outfit that John Leguizamo was wearing at the beginning of the Romeo and Juliet movie done by Baz Luhrmann in the 90s?
Vaguely, I'm trying to remember it in my
That
head.
is so specific.
I'm gonna send
Quiet.
it to you.
That was a fantastic film.
That movie
Love
was
that film.
amazing. Okay, so he's got like a red sleeveless shirt with a zipper down the middle with the Virgin Mary in the front, right?
Uh-huh.
A black sport coat, right? But like a lighter fabric.
Yes.
So I want to do it nano silk, black pants with like heeled boots, right? But the boots, the heel of the boot is in silver, like solid silver.
Starting to sound very rhinestone cowboy.
I'm starting to sit here and wait, what? I'm sorry, hang on, I'm picturing it. Oh my god.
Okay,
yes.
There you go. I did that for Eve. I posted it in the other thing. Okay. So that's what I want him to design for me in nano silk.
Hold on. Can we put that in the chat, please, as well?
Yokuza approved.
Yokuza approved.
Team Attire.
If I can.
Okay.
It's even better without the sport coat. I just want to say
that is the most 90s outfit I've seen in a while.
Okay.
So chat, it's
right here.
It's a tight fitting red shirt that zips up in the middle with the Virgin Mary, and it splits the Virgin Mary down the middle from the head all the way down to where it tucks into the pants.
I mean, if Jesus did, I feel like it's fine.
So, all right.
Okay, I tried to post it in the chat.
I think so.
That's
okay.
what I want him to design me.
All right, so let me be specific here for just a second, because I want to make sure I get this right. Do you want a one piece, like all the way through, or do you want the shirt?
All the separate pieces. So nano silk pants, nano silk shirt,
okay,
nano silk sport coat, just in that style. That's the outfit. Like the bright red, right? Like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So not a romper.
I was very committed to this being a onesie.
No. But I also want the boots.
Duh.
Can you do that for me?
It's
I'm
gonna
asking the shopkeeper.
It's gonna cost you a bit. It's gonna take a few.
That's fine.
Because that's an oddly specific. I got the coat and I got the pants, because that comes in black, and then he gestures around here and goes, clearly.
But
shirt.
Basically, what I want you to do is take the nano silk t-shirt and vest, the standard nano silk t-shirt and vest, combine them, and then cut the sleeves off and do the zipper.
I know a guy.
That'll be the extra armor protection.
I know a guy. All right, fine. It's gonna cost you a little bit. It's a custom order.
All right, how much?
Let's see, and he starts to kind of go through the calculations. I mean, for a custom job like that, it's probably gonna be about $7,500.
You know what? That's
cut the tailor and everything.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So do that. And do you got a whisper?
Hold on. And he gets up, and he is a mountain of a man. He's very tall and very large. And he goes around the counters to the other set of counters. So, like, if you imagine they're kind of in like a U shape, he goes around to sort of the other set of the counters and starts kind of like pulling through some boxes and stuff behind the scenes. And he's kind of looking through stuff. He's like, I got something I could make into that. Yeah.
I just need a whisper pistol.
Yeah. How much you got on it though? Because it's expensive. It's $20,000.
I know it is.
I mean, if you got the cash, I got. Now hold on a second. What color are you looking for?
That's a good question. Is there a big price difference there?
I mean, and he pulls one out, and it's a little grimy. He's like, all I got is this chrome.
That'll work.
All right, I gotta polish it up. And he kind of looks through. He's like, James A. And a much smaller man. Now, mind you, this guy is like 6'8" and built like a fucking brick shit house. So a smaller guy with a like a shop smock basically comes out from around, and he just kind of like palms this gun, which to you looks like a normal, like a decent sized pistol, but he's like palming this thing like Andre the Giant style, and just kind of like tosses it to James A. and is like, clean that up for this gentleman right here. We just got that in actually a few days ago. Works really damn well though. Just looks like shit. So give us about a half hour.
Deal. So how long on the suit?
I say come back for the shirt next week, but I can get you the pants and the jacket now if I got one that fits. And you see him.
Let's give it a shot. I can find a good shirt.
You see him like whip out a tape measure, kind of like whip style, and he kind of like lumbers, boom, boom, from around the thing, and just starts like taking measurements and stuff like that, and paying attention to you. And then he starts to kind of bring out. He has to go into the back for a little bit. Comes out about 5 or 10 minutes later with a jacket and pants, roughly the size, and he tells you, he's like, turn around. And before you get a chance to actually turn around, he takes his hand on your shoulder, and you can't help but turn around. Like, this man is huge. And then he kind of sticks it to the back of you, like
you're. I go, don't threaten me with a good time.
He looks at you, just kind of like sticks the pants to it, and like you know how your mom used to like measure the pants. Like, he just kind of sticks it there for a second, and he looks at it, he's like, I mean, it's close enough. And then he says, all right, try this on. He gives you the jacket.
So I try it on.
If it's okay. It could be tailored a little bit better if you want to, but I mean, you could always do that a little bit later. That's not too bad.
Yeah. So I look over at my companions and I go, so here's the problem. I got made when we were in New Haven really fast. I'm going to get made even faster out here. One thing about Angel City is they do have style. It doesn't matter. You can have all kinds of style, but you have to have a style. So I got to find something that, doesn't look like a Fringer cowboy.
You definitely will not look like a Fringer cowboy like this, my friend.
You can also wear assless chaps. Just saying, if we're reinventing ourselves.
Look, I don't want to take all the ideas for myself, Grifter.
That, how you say, pigeonholes you.
Yeah. So
That's a weird euphemism.
But I'm thinking there are times where I want to be very neutral, where I'm easy to forget, and there are times where you want to stand out so that you don't look like the guy everybody's trying to forget.
Oh god, are you gonna get this bejeweled?
Yes.
I mean, the shirt eventually, yeah.
Can you get your name on the back, but make it a fake name?
No,
It'll
no,
really
no.
throw everybody off the trail.
You already have somebody with a giant rabbit patch on the side of their jacket.
But
you guys are gonna start to be like the gay Power Rangers.
I look over at Eve and I go, Eve, you have a style. What do you think of my idea here?
Eve is stylish.
Titus is not.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think that it is a very distinct style, and I think that it will look good on you, Titus. I think you should follow your heart. And if you need accessories, let me know.
Roll to contain hysterical laughter.
Just FYI, this is how she talks about my style when I ask her if things look good.
Is diplomacy a skill we can have in Identico? I don't see it on my character sheet.
Can confirm. There's been many times I said, hey Cassie, how does this look? And she's like, it's great.
I am not that nice to you. We have been in this thing for 20 years next month, bud. Do not lie to people.
The last time that I was honest about Pete's style, I accidentally said it looked like a default character in a video game, and he has held on to that the entire time.
Was it at least a good character? Like, because Arthur Morgan, I feel like he could get a good ego boost out of that.
Oh,
It's either default character. It's either default video game character, or she's like, that does not match, but you are making it your own. And it's just two ends of the spectrum, and there's not really much between.
Those in the fashion graveyard area out there, if your partner looks at you and says, those are bold choices, change, maybe. Unless you like bold
That looks
choices.
interesting.
You never said that. It was mostly like Chris put on pants.
I am very specific about that. After the existential laundry crisis and even the cats were judging you about it, I just... You gotta.
It was a
put in the
PTA
box.
meeting, man. You gotta wear pants.
Really? The kids' chess tournaments,
All right.
man.
Cue up the PSA logo coming across again. Remember, kids.
The more you
need to wear
know. This is especially important as we are
Educational
transitioning into a like Zoom heavy.
I think we broke Mallow.
Yeah, we broke the GM. It's okay.
We are officially 2 weeks in a row an educational podcast. This is how you get out of doing shit in your weekly session. Break the DM.
Starting into
Should
relationship
distract
advice
the
too.
teacher.
We're just a multi-talent show. We got cooking, we got murder, we got education.
A multi-no-talent show, maybe.
So
Math too.
So I buy my stuff
Yes, you do.
and I get my whisper and I'm like, okay. I look over at my wayward companion. I'm like, all right, well, you guys need anything?
I do, as a fact.
Eve, during this entire time with your perception, by the way, you notice that his hair just changes color depending on like where he likes to go.
Nice.
So it changes from a nice pinks to reds to whites, like, you know. Every moment is a new flavor of the rainbow.
I need to know how.
He looks at you. He
Money.
looks at you. He looks at you. He goes, "Oh, honey, this is easy."
You need to teach me how,
Oh,
please.
well,
I need to know how to do this with my hair.
Okay, here's what you do. And he goes back and he goes into the back again. Comes out a little bit later, and he's got what's in his hands like little tiny things. And he's like, "These are implants, and you put them in your skull, just in little different pots." And what it's going to do from there is just cascade the color down. And then you don't even have to think about it.
How much?
For you, about $2,000. You got to find somebody to put it in, though. I know a guy, but you got to find somebody to put it in. I didn't do this myself. That's what I'm
I
saying.
can figure it out.
Okay.
Is that a hair version of fib skin?
Yeah, kinda. It's just more fun, though. I'm not. Look at me. Look at me. I look like a Guy Fieri knockoff, don't I?
I like the no haggling.
You're not even there.
Look, when you find an artist, you just pay. Okay?
This is true.
I never said that Eve wasn't
Especially if you've got
impulsive.
the money.
This is true. Yeah. But he kind of looks at it. And it's like, look at me. I am not going to blend in anywhere. I don't even blend in my own family. So, I mean, why not? Why not
You
go all
try and
out?
stand out.
I mean, I kind of stand out literally sometimes. And sometimes, I might want to go over the top with it. I mean, this is why I don't blink. You asked for a fucking red shirt with all that going on it, So, this is what it is. Eve, what else would you like?
Sorry, I'm just trying to compose myself here.
It's okay.
So, I mean, I already have armor. Everything's good there, I guess. It would be nice to find a discreet weapon that I can bring in places that have, like, weapons detectors, possibly. Maybe something that can fit close to the skin, but has stopping power still. I don't care if it's a knife or a gun, whatever.
He's like, okay, here's what I got for you. And he comes over and he just drops an elbow on one of the cases. And the case just opens up like this, like that. And you see a bunch of different knives. And some are beautiful. Some are a little bit more ornate. Some of them look like the one from Crocodile Dundee. You got a lot of them. And then there's two of them that he goes, look, these are all well and good. But this one, This one right here. This is the piece de resistance. I call this the Ronin knife. And he picks it up. And he spins it on the tip of his finger. And then he grabs it by the handle. And he says, this is a knife and C4 all in one.
No, this is a knife.
And he goes, come with me. And he walks you to the back. And I assume that the other two want to come with him, I imagine, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you see him kind of do one of these things. And he points out towards the front of it. And he goes and he just swipes. And you see the glass on the front of the building light up and then go opaque. And he goes, James A, watch the front. And he takes you in the back, and there is a 2-person like shooting range all around with like the benches and things like that are going on over there. And as you walk in, there's a lot of low light. It's very kind of like there's just parts everywhere. Like it's a complete and utter change from the front of the house that looks pristine and on brand and things like that. Like there's some work going on back here. And he takes you to basically what looks to be like where they basically test everything out. It's like a 2-person kind of shooting range. And he goes, this one is the nice one. And he sets it down. And he picks up another one that's just all black. And he goes, look at this. And he flips it around, holds it up, and he picks up a tennis ball that is just kind of like sitting there for it. And the tennis ball is kind of like sliced up and things like that. Like you can tell it's what he's been using to like test this sort of thing out. And he kind of takes it and he just like swipes it past the tennis ball and it cuts it directly in half and falls off. He's like, super sharp. I don't sell dull knives. Those are terrible. But if you do this, and he clicks the bottom of it and then flips it and throws it like a throwing knife and hits the target downrange and then does one of these things, and you see like a ballistic piece of glass come up, and after 20 seconds you're just kind of sitting there for a second, and he goes, no, and wait for it, boom, and it just explodes downrange. And he goes, the best part, the knife becomes part of the shrapnel. It's the ultimate dead man switch.
That's nasty. Like, that's nasty.
I need 5.
I
Can you
only
throw them
got
in with the hair plugs?
I got 2 right now, but I can make you more. As you can imagine.
Please, I will give you tamales.
Ooh, I like tamales. I tell you what,
They're good tamales.
these are about $1,000 a piece. They are one-time use, and you don't want to be anywhere near them when they go off. Trust me. But if you need to kill somebody and you want to make it look like it's an accident, I got you.
Beautiful. I need these.
He's like, okay, I hook you up with 2. And he looks over at Grifter. He goes, what's your name, son?
Drifter.
Nice to meet you. Are you just
Aye.
along for the ride, or
I
can I
have a
interest
list.
you in some wares? Oh, you have a list.
Yeah.
All right.
In order of importance.
Okay. And he pulls up
Hey.
a still and sits down. And as he sits down, he tries to put like his foot over his like crosses legs and very daintily like look out for it, but he can't because he's gigantic. But he tries, and that's the most important part.
First on the list, an ROV communications package, neural, the whole thing.
I ain't got one of them.
Do you know someone who does?
Of course I do. Do you think I would not be in business if I didn't have a few friends?
Well, this is an arrangement where you talk to them and get it, or am I supposed to go talk to them and get it? Either way is fine.
I mean, if I talk to him, it's going to cost you a lot of money. But if you talk to him, you can negotiate your way.
Okay. Do you have his contact, and I'll think about it?
Yeah. Buy something first, then I'll give you the contact.
Okay, second on the list. 20mm autocannon.
That's a big punch you tried to push.
Sometimes I need to punch big.
He looks over at the other two of you and goes, "The fuck do y'all do?"
You know, I
We're
was going
college
to ask
students.
you if we could. Yeah, well, that too. I was just going to say, my friend, if you ever happen to need any assistance with stuff, we're available.
I believe I have underestimated you. This ought to be interesting. I tell you what.
We're always looking to make new friends.
Well, I am a good friend to have. Let's put it that way.
I didn't catch your name, friend. What was your name again?
My name is Hades. It's my place, of course. Come on, man.
I always want to make sure I address you properly.
That's just Mr. Hades, then. How's that?
Much respect.
He looks at you and goes, that's a special order. Not because I gotta go make it, but because I gotta go bring it in. I don't just keep a 20 mil sitting behind this counter. That's
How much we're
huge.
talking? Ballpark figure.
About 50 grand.
Okay.
You just gonna drop 50 grand with me.
If I need to. Let's talk about the rest of this list first.
Oh, okay. I'm all
I'm not a man of unlimited means, but I got some cash laying around.
Well, y'all have been busy in this city, apparently. Where
Third
y'all
thing.
working out of?
Oh, all over the place. He mostly handles it, and I'll point over it. Titus.
Okay.
They call me Grandpa. I have to herd him around.
Oh, you have not lived nearly as long as I have.
I know. They call me Grandpa because of my old age of 27.
Well, you've survived.
Practically a geezer.
He's old.
Oh, honey, when you've reached my age, that is nothing. What else is on
Sir,
this
you're
list?
ageless.
Number 3,
I love that. I like you. I like you a lot.
vehicle flare launchers.
Oh, hang on a minute. I actually think I might have. Now hold on. Is this like a? Now work with me here. Is this an all the time thing, or is this like a one use thing?
Reloadable if possible, but one use is acceptable if there's that's not available.
I believe I got something for that. Yes, it's not gonna be very big, but it'll shoot a flare.
It doesn't need to be. Just needs to be something we can mount to a vehicle.
Okay. What else you got on your list?
This is going to have to feel some of this in as a GM. Whatever the $29.99 equivalent of sappy plates are.
Zappy plates with a Z.
Sappy plates.
Sappy.
Sappy.
The inserts that go into bulletproof armor.
They're just standard plates. Of
Yeah.
Ceramic.
Yeah. They're one use throwaways, right? Like that's kind of what Eve did with her armor. Is
For
she
the
swaps
most
it out.
part.
Yeah, for the most part, right? Now there is so out of character. I will tell you, there's also liquid armor that kind of can absorb some shit too.
Expensive.
But it's I was gonna say it's super expensive.
Hang on, I'm pulling up the thing. Sappy plates. It would be the equivalent of the chest only medium.
Okay. So, if possible, I would like 3 of those. I have a little project going that I think these could probably be really useful for.
It was about $1,000 a piece.
Okay, so I'll definitely take those 3.
Okay.
I think that'll probably do it for today. So, how much was the flare launcher? I don't remember if we talked about that.
I tell you what, if you dropping that much money here, roll me persuasion. Let's see. Good God.
That was my big dice.
I was about to say that was a
This is a
thump.
very
It's a 30mm
this
dice.
is a very entertaining weapons purchase point.
That would be an 11.
He goes, I tell you what, for you, I give them to you for 500 a piece. If you want to, that's 1,000.
Deal.
Oh. So,
I'll take 3 of them.
You want 3 launchers? I only got 2.
Oh.
Well, I can only
two's
fashion
fine.
you 2.
Two's fine. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot we weren't talking about the sappy plates anymore.
Yeah. No, I got armor for days.
And I'll go ahead and take the 20 millimeter. How long do you think it'd be?
Give me a few days, because I got to move it from another place in the city and get it over here. Now,
Okay.
how you gonna get it from my place to wherever the hell you going?
We got some vehicles we could use for it.
Okay, it's heavy, so I just, I want to make
Yeah.
sure. All right.
That's how you know it's good.
Yep. All right. Well, give me about 4 or 5 days. I'll get it to you. And so he goes and he starts to pull out from another room that's sort of off to the side of where you are. You can see it's kind of like a storage room, but it is heavily guarded with a gate. It's like double doors, almost like bank vault style. He comes back with 3 chest, like basically vests for you for the plates. He puts those down in front of you, and he goes for the flare launchers. Now, what kind of flares are you wanting to do? Because I can do a lot of different things, right? I can do electronically, like magnetically pushed. Not kind of like Gauss rifle, not that fast, but do you want like a chaff gun, or like, I don't know what you plan to do with this shit, and that's Mr. Hades does not want to know this, but you let me know.
Just a basic ignition's fine. Like we're just looking to fire like your standard colored flares.
Should you text Bunny first to make sure?
Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be a surprise. Shh.
I'll text Bunny Boy.
Man, you're gonna ruin the surprise.
No,
It's his
you want it
birthday
to be a
coming up.
surprise?
Yeah, his birthday.
Oh my god.
All
Okay,
right, that's
I'll allow
that's
it.
nice.
Okay, so he comes back with a couple of pieces that don't look the best. And it's very obvious that he took a flare gun and modified it to be something that you can stick onto a car. So a little bit longer barrel and stuff like that to it, but it's got
Works
a
for
way
me.
to basically, and it's got a lead coming off of it to a pneumatic switch. So you could like link it up with something that's on the car or something like that. He kind of looks at you and goes, this one is a little bit of a special one, but that's okay. I get a lot of orders for this one because, sometimes you just want to make a distraction. And sometimes you
That'll
just
work.
want to have fun.
This'll work great because we gotta, we got it. We'll call this one. I'm happy to have it, but we're gonna call this one a prototype. Maybe we'll come back later for something, a little more high tech.
I mean, that's fair. And he holds out a glow in front of me. He's like, now, before we finish this transaction, I'm going to need some money.
Okay, and the contact for the Rob stuff too.
I tell you what, you give me the money, and when I give you the receipt, the contact will be on there. And he gives you a wink.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll transfer my funds.
Okay.
That was what 50.
It'd be 54,000.
54?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big spender. Big spender.
Well, it
Grifter's
costs money
officially
to buy the
broke.
best.
Grifter's officially broke. No.
Titus is broke.
Okay. But he's going to look fabulous.
That's why
Bro.
Titus is hustling Hades and being like, hey, if you got work.
Yeah. Eve, what were you going to say?
I asked how he was broke. We have so much money. What are you doing with it? Where are you going?
I'm not broke. Broke by one of the standards that I was at, but I still got like 30,000 left.
Okay. He holds out the same glow for the both of you to transfer the funds into. Okay. And he looks at you, Eve, as he goes, now let me know if you have any problems with those. And he's pointing to the implants. And he goes, now tell me, you said you was gonna figure it out yourself, right? You got somebody, or you?
Oh yeah.
You got it? Okay.
I'll figure it out.
All right. Now, when you get it in, you send old Hades a picture. Let me see how well you did it. Okay.
Absolutely. Do you want me to send you pictures of when I use the knives as well? Because I can.
I cannot be incriminating nobody. What y'all do in the shadows, I do not need to know. That's all I got to
Listen,
say.
Hades,
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you ever need any favors,
I mean,
give us a shout. And
ah,
I leave him my glow contact.
oh, well,
Is it because he gave you the whisper, Titus? It's
I
the
mean-
wink and the whisper.
The whisper is pretty fancy.
by the way, when he gives that back to you, it is shiny. Like, it is
Nice.
chromed. Now, it does
Nice.
not come with a extra sight or a red dot or anything like that. It is just a straight, straight iron sights.
Iron sight, but it's got the integrated suppression in it.
Yep.
So I'm happy.
Okay. Cool.
I can get a set later.
No worries. Okay. So if you guys are gonna leave, as you are leaving out of there, he kind of does a little bit of a wave to the front door again, and does one of those, and the glass on it becomes see-through again, and the lights around it go away. And you can hear, as you're coming up to it, you can hear a little bit of a mag lock unlock for you. As you go out the door, it does the ding again. And he, from the back of it, just kind of looks back at you and goes, "Now, y'all come back again here. Come see Mr. Hades."
Oh, we will.
I'll be back in a few days.
We
for
will.
that.
All right. I'll see you then. All right.
And for my shirt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bunny Boy and Katassi. What else are you guys doing?
Katassi's just over here chuckling. She's just laughing her.
She's loving
Laughing
this.
everything
She's
out.
loving this gameplay.
Do I hear this on the am I connected on the Quancom? Do I
Oh.
have I heard Titus's ridiculous outfit order?
That is a good question. Was the Quancoms open when you were doing that?
I mean, I didn't go to shut them off.
I don't think I would have turned mine on. Like text messages, yeah, but like live broadcast, probably not.
Okay. Well, if Titus didn't go to
I
shut his
probably
off,
don't turn mine off.
yeah. So it sounds like you heard through Titus and Eve.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be procuring a bejeweler, and I'm gonna be researching the Virgin Mary on this particular outfit so that I can procure the appropriate Swarovski crystals so that I can appropriately bejewel this for
Nice.
maximum stylistic effect.
Bunny Boy's 100% on board with this plan.
I'm also I'm getting what I need to bejewel his patch. If you're so interested, Bunny Boy, do you need to make your bunny patch bling?
Miss 29 ad, go full
Yeah.
balls to the wall, get the sequence with the LEDs in them.
Oh yeah, I actually have a Chrome tab open right now, researching how to do that. So yes, Bunny Boy, am very interested.
Oh no, I 1000% can in real life teach you how to bejewel things if that's a thing you really want to know how to do.
I want LEDs and bejeweled.
Yes. All right. I love this. I love all of this now.
Okay, so that just spawned something in my head.
All
He
right.
wants to LED bejewel his entire fucking jacket, just so whenever Wild's like, nope, those don't match, he can just be like, well, what about this color, and change it.
You do realize that we have to have Dylan do an alt Titus picture in this outfit once it's been bejeweled.
So I as the GM, I will go so far as to say, roll me networks, Katassi. Let's see what kind of crystal you can find. Because you might have just created an armored jacket for Bunny Boy.
Ooh.
That's
Natural
perfect.
20.
I think you have just
Which
created
is a 23.
an armored puffy jacket for Bunny Boy. Now, it's going to be a little bit heavier. You're not gonna be able to move quite as nimbly as you used to with it. But we're gonna say that you get a little bit more armor because of your jacket.
And a +2 for persuasion because of the dazzling display.
That was my primary question, was do I get like an extra like deception or persuasion bonus?
Because they're blinded by your jacket.
It's confident.
Your conversation opponent is confused.
I was gonna say, is
You're
it
flat-footed
befuddlement?
conversationally.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it befuddlement? Because if you want to cast befuddlement with that, or okay, here's all right. We're gonna do this in real time. All right, I think yes, that you can figure out how to use it in terms of persuasion. So you can either use it for intimidation, right, or you can use it for charisma. If you're trying to, you know how octopi like change their color when they're trying to find a mate, or that they're trying to blend into things, a little bit like that. Okay.
Yes.
So you can get a +1 with that.
Bitplay has the take of it right there.
Good.
Yes, but I would say too, if you want to use it to blind people, you turn it up to 11. I think that should be a thing on top of a bonus to your armor. So you've got 2 situational things, and you've got a little bit, just because for simple, physics, right? It's going to hit a crystal, and because it's like dragon scale style crystals, basically, it's gonna do some ricocheting that's gonna mess up some things there.
I'm gonna have to write a new rule for this, aren't I?
In my head, I can kind of make it work. So yeah, I think we can come up with something.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Oh, I thought Bunny
What
had
kind of
something
armor
to say.
bonus? Sorry.
Oh, what's your current body at? Is it 16 or 30?
Good question. I believe it's at 16.
Okay. So then it would be the next one up, basically. So for a chest, for like a medium, so it would go to almost to like a light armor, so it'd go up to like 60 in the body.
Okay.
Does that sound about right, Alex? Medium light armor, medium light or multiple light armor is basically 60 in the body. So yeah, it would go up to about that. So, insta upgrade for you, sir.
Thanks everybody for going and shopping and yeah.
Well, I for
Tassie
one
for not being able to be serious.
I'm super excited to make
I,
this
for
cosplay
one-
in real life. It's gonna be great.
had a great time. I think that these things are important.
I do too. The question is does Muffins and Grifter, do you tell Bunny Boy about the launcher, or do you just go install them and let him find out about it later when he goes to the gator?
Oh, I absolutely do not tell him.
Okay, so you go, or do you install it?
Yeah.
Do you have
Right
an
on the roll cage.
Yeah, you have electronics, I think, right? Can you roll me that, please?
I do have electronics.
Let's see how well this goes.
Natural 20.
Jesus Christ!
Of all the times to roll a natural 20.
This is going to
You
come back
got-
to bite you guys in the later episodes, is what is going to happen.
You
But,
got the
probably.
fanciest of kludge
yeah,
on this, my friend.
yep,
Sparing no talent point expense on this one.
yep. It looks immaculate when you're done with it. A little bit sus. A little sus because, it wasn't the best launcher that you could find. But the install is fantastic.
Paint matches.
Absolutely. Yeah. So before... Oh, go ahead.
There will be a switch for it because you gave us a pneumatic switch.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna mount it unnecessarily on the dashboard. It's gonna be like in a little holster down by the seat.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So it's going to be a surprise later on, basically.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I assume he'll notice the,
Does that
the
mean you
launcher
can
on
hit
the
it?
side.
What's that?
You'll be able to like activate it without him knowing if you kick it just the right way.
I know.
Just making sure, yeah.
Yeah. If everybody's
I had a gut feeling, but
if everybody's keeping score at home, that's probably going to happen in a future episode. Let's just put it out there. Yeah. All
I'm
right.
gonna assume he's gonna notice the launchers on his car.
Probably. It is Bunny Boy. He notices things on his gator. The question is now, before
Baby.
What's that?
My baby.
Yep. Before we round down this session, is there anything else you all want to do? Okay.
I mean, yeah.
You guys have gone
I'm not
shopping?
trying to-
Yeah. You guys have gotten ready for your classes and everything like that? I think that you've done everything, but I just want to make sure. Okay. I'm getting nods all around. So, I think that's a good place to stop for tonight. And we will pick this up next week for our Halloween episode, which will be fun, and it will be a little bit different. And expect these faces to look a little bit different next week, and it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. So, for everybody that's here, for everybody that's been with us in the chat all night tonight, we hope you had a very fun and goofy time for this. I know that we all had a good time. Drink your water, take your vitamins, be good to yourself, be good to each other, vote. Voting is happening all around. There's a lot of early voting going on. There's a lot of mail-in voting going on. Keep us away from the cyberpunk dystopia as long as you possibly can. Go vote and vote well. And until we see you again next time, we love you and we will see you next week.